Build the Batmobile 1966, Issue 3. Today we're going to be building the roll bar and the beacon and the bat turn lever. First we're going to remove the caps and the lenses from the sprue. So we're going to do the lenses first. And you can see the lenses have got like a little dimple at the end, and that will fit. If you look at that, you can see it fits over. It will fit over that section like that after it's gone into the lens cover. So we cut the lens covers off, so I'm just going to cut roughly off the sprue. And if you notice, they go to the back of them, so I'm just going to cut them flush the rear. Take the lens and the cup. The cup has got a recess in the top half of it, so we pop the lens through the cup like that. And what we'll do is, if we take the roll bar top, if you notice that there's a recess there, and that will pop into the top like that. So if I do the other three, next you take light bracket 03P. If you notice, this goes at a slight angle like that, and then if you look at the top roll bar, you can see that there's got a slight chamfer on it. So, and if you look at that, the orientation of that, and that will go in, locating over the screw holes there, like that. Well, that's clicked in. So just double check. So where we cut it off with a sprue, that you can't see any where the chrome is blacked. So look, that's fine. There, right, yeah, can't see any. And then I will secure that with ACM screws. So there's the ACM screws. Right. Okay, there's one, and then I'll put the second one in, and then what I'll do is I'll put that on a cloth to protect it while I screw it up completely. Right, put that on there, and then I can just to protect the surface of it, tighten that down. There we are. Next we take the beacon cover. As you can see, there are two pins and there are two holes in the top of the roll bar. So if we just pop those in there like that, then if we turn it over, and then there is the lens 03H. I'm just going to pop that in there. Next we take part 03I and the LED. So I'm just gonna, the LED will sit in the hole there. So you don't need to glue that in. And then just make sure it's sat in. And then we end that so it's flush there, because there's a cover 03F that goes over the top. So you can just check it like that you've got it bent, the pin's bent enough. So if you put where that we done the last bit, if you put that to your right, then this will then go in that hole with a cable there, and then we put this over the top and then screw it in with AM screws. So there's the AM screws. There's one screw in, and then we'll do the second one. Just double checking everything. Just turn it to a side and then screw it in. Don't like screw it, forcing it from the top, because you'll probably break this. Okay, so that's that bit in. Next we get the emergency back turn lever, and we've put it through the base like that. Okay, there we are. So you have to pull it through. It's a little bit tight. It will go through like that. Then next we put it through the roll bar bottom, which is the plastic piece. Just have a look where that will locate. So that locates there by the looks of it. So then put that through from the top. We then get 03B, which is the handle. And you can see the handle's got a little pin on it, and the pin pops into the look. Just gotta be careful. Looks very brittle, so may need to just take a little bit off because there's a slight gap in it. So I'm just gonna. That's better. See, it's got no gap on it now. So next we're gonna get the left and right dome stalks. As you can see them there. Then if we face that round that way, with these, got these two LEDs that face to the rear, and then that will fit at the back. That and that one there. and then we screw them in from the rear with NP screws. So they're the NP screws. They go through one screw hole there, the other screw hole. Okay, careful not to over tighten. There's a second one screw in, and we'll do the same for the other one. That is all screwed together. So next we get the dome lenses, and they just push on top of the stalks. You can see there's a pin there and a hole in the top of the lens, or the bottom of the lens, and all you do is just push them on. I don't think they need glue in, they seem fairly tight. There we are. Next we take the bottom and we feed the connector from the LED, just make sure there's no bends or anything in it. That will then go, you can see it's showing a line there, so that goes through there, and then we screw this together with AM screws. Just make sure it's flush there, and then we'll put the AM screws in. So there's one screw in, then we put the second, then we've got one that goes in the center, and then one that goes there. So that is the end of this issue. So I need to put this safely somewhere so it doesn't get damaged or scratched. Build a Batmobile 1966, issue 4. Fit in the front windshield support. First we take the front windshield. Next we take the windshield supports. There's one marked L for left, one marked R for right. If we take the left one, there are 2 pins. You can see them. There's 2 pins on there, and there's 2 holes at the rear of the screen. So they locate in there and just push them in. Okay, same if I take the right with the letter R. That goes in as well, no problem. So that is the end of that issue. So I'm just going to put it back in its storage, the container that it originally came in, to keep it safe. Well, it's back there, and we'll just keep it in there for until we need it. Welcome to Build the Batmobile 1966. Today we're going to be doing the bell housing and starter. First we take the bell housing plate, and there is a bell housing connector. There are 2 connectors. There's a small one and a bigger one. We take the smaller one and we place it through the slot from this way. So basically the flat side down, lift it up, and then you can see the 2 screw holes there, and we put FP screws to screw this connector in place. only goes one way round. If you put it the wrong way round, the screw locations don't line up. So it will only go one way round. That's the second one. Next, we take the bell housing. We have a gearbox connector, which was the bigger of the two. So that goes from the inside, and it doesn't matter which way round they go. So it fits in from the inside, and then you screw it together with DM screws. What I'm gonna do is with the DM screws are about 2mm. I'm gonna tap the holes out with a 2mm tap. So I'm gonna do the hole there, which holds the connector. And I'm also going to do when you put the backing plate onto this and the screws into these three locations, I'm also going to tap those. They are also 2mm. So I'm going to so I'm going to tap the 5 now, and then I'll proceed with the putting the backing back on. So as a couple of turns in, a couple of turns out. And you can feel a little bit of resistance. We are there. So the next one, just checking the square. So I put it in a couple of turns, take it out a few turns, back in, out, and then you can feel the resistance as it hits the bottom. See the swarf, I don't know if you can see it there. Already done that, that's the one I just done. Okay, back out, back in, out. Right, same for these. Okay, it's gonna tap on that and clear it off. Right, next we take the connector, put it through there, and then we'll screw it together with DM screws. Well, screws in nice and smooth. Don't know if you can see the nicely cut threads. Right, so that's on there. Then we take the backing plate. As you can see, it can only go it goes one way. So with the connector facing outwards, and then we screw it together with the 3 CM screws. Okay, that's one. And finally the third one. Okay, so that's nice. So on to the next step. Next we prepare the cable. We need to cut a length 60mm and another length 70mm. So you're just going to mark out 60mm on this gauge, and then one needs 70 mil. 160, 170 mil. If we take the 70 mil, which is 05H, we then have the two connectors there. So if we take the silver one, that will go on to the 70 mil. Just give it a twist and push at the same time, and it'll go on. And if I take the 60 mil and do exactly the same, just give it a twist as you push it on. There we are. The 60 mil one with the silver connector will then go on the back of this housing. If you notice, there's a little hole there, and there's a pin on this side, and it just pushes in like that. Next, we get the starter. So you can see the starter there, and the connector will go from the rear of it to the front where the hole is, and you can see the pin on that. And just push that in. So that is like that. So that is the end of this issue.